If you think that this image is the image of an owl, then you are seriously mistaken. This is a butterfly. It's called the owl butterfly, and I guess the reason for which it's called the owl butterfly is pretty obvious. The reason why I am doing this video is because I was in my university in a class, and then one student started asking the following question to the teacher. "Excuse me, teacher," he said, "I'm not a creationist or anything, but I keep thinking about the owl butterflies and how by only naturalistic and evolutionistic ways can its wings take this exact and ultra-precision form of the owl's eyes." Then the teacher repeated the question for the class, and then she said, "Well, I understand your question." And then she paused for a little bit. Then she said, "The answer I will be giving you is the following." Then she said one thing: time. So that was it. That was the answer for his question. This owl, this butterfly, got the shapes of the owl's eyes on its wings just because of time. Then the student, of course, did not reply. Then after this I went home and I started looking up this fabulous creature, which is the owl butterfly, and I found that its wings have this exact shape of the owl's eyes in order to scare off its predators. So when they see the wings, they will think that it's an owl, so they would be scared off, and then the fly will be saved. So, of course, there are two possible ways to explain this exceptionally magnificent fact about the owl butterfly. So, explanation number one, it's resumed in these two words, time and chance. So this explanation tells us that time and chance did this shape on the wings over millions of years and through many generations through natural selection, which is survival of the fittest. So because this butterfly has this feature of scaring off its predators, then it would survive, and this is it. So if I'll try to comment on this explanation, I'll say that this explanation actually does not explain how or why the butterflies got these owl's eyes shapes on the wing. Because if you look into this in a specific way, you will find that all of what this explanation gives us is that the butterfly survived, that's a fact, it survived, because of these shapes on the wings, which is kind of easy to understand, of course. So it's easy to understand that it survives because it's scared of the predators because of the owl's eyes on the wings. So this explanation gives us nothing. It simply says the butterfly survived because of the shapes on the wings. And then any mechanism trying to explain how and why the colors and shapes of the eye on the wings got exactly there, and I repeat, exactly into the specific particular exact shapes on both wings, not on a single wing, but on both wings, in this pattern, is absolutely imaginary. There is no mechanism to explain it. All of what we have is speculations, and we say, yeah, maybe mutations did it over time, but why was the mutation directed in this specific, exact, and precise form of the owl's eyes? Then this would make the mutations a very intelligent mechanism, in fact. So evolution counts on chance and time, not intelligence, right? So if we say that mutations and natural selection did this, then it's no longer chance, because chance, I assume, cannot produce something this beautiful and this complex, which resembles exactly the owl's eyes on both wings, by chance. What are the odds? They're pretty minimum, I think. And then we go to explanation number two, which is God designed this particular butterfly with this amazing ability to survive in order for us humans to look and wonder and give glory to God, our beloved Creator. This is explanation number 2. Personally, as I reason with myself the two explanations, I find the second one to be more satisfying than the first one. And I want to say this. For you evolutionistic atheists out there, it's really not less scientific to acknowledge creation or the work of God in the creation. Because some of the atheists or some of the evolutionists think that they embrace evolution not because they thought for themselves or they looked up the evidence for the evolution theory, but simply because they were taught in the school that evolution is science, which is not, because we can't see evolution happening according to Richard Dawkins, so it will not be like very less intellectual to consider the possibility that creation occurred, or even to acknowledge creation as a possibility. It's not less scientific. In fact, it is the contrary. But from my opinion, to consider that evolution is and is only the one true fact, that's not very open-minded from me. Even from a creationist point of view, we hear the other arguments, we analyze the other arguments, but actually we do not find them satisfying for ourselves. And this video was an example. The owl butterfly. Thanks and God bless.